The Jock Johnson podcast. All right, y'all. We're in the building. Got my guest in here, man. Got my guest in the building.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
My twin is in the house, y'all. Finally
This
got
guy
him
would
Don't,
in.
look like me
ain't
so
no doubt
bad.
about it.
Man,
Ain't no
got
doubt
him
about
in.
it.
Got him in. Episode 44, man, of the
Yeah,
Jock Johnson podcast. Got Big Cuz in the house. My man Victor Hayes.
you
Let's give him
know
a
it.
round. Give him a round of applause, man. Shit.
Don't
Yeah.
knock. Don't knock.
Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl weekend, y'all.
Ain't super for me, bro.
I know it. I know what you.
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm trying to
Yeah.
find me a Netflix movie or series to get in tomorrow. I ain't watching.
Hey, a lot of motherfuckers probably don't care for it neither, man, unless they got some bets on the game or some shit like that. But
Right.
Yeah,
but this past weekend, I did an episode uh with my guys out of Louisiana, the M&F podcast. We say the motherfucking podcast, but it's the M&F podcast also.
yeah,
We did an episode, sports episode, and we was talking about the Super Bowl, upcoming Super Bowl, and I had one of my questions I had kind of caught my boy off guard a little bit about do you think the NFL is rigged?
Mm.
And shit, man, we had a great conversation, man. I was on an previous episode, about a couple weeks before this one, and
Mhm.
man, it's looked like I'm kind of gelling in with the podcast, the M&L podcast, man, because I hit him up the other day, and I told him, I'm like, man, it sound like I'm about to be a member of the motherfucking podcast, and hey, he's like with it, man. So I hadn't been in, I'm into the NFL and all that, and he'll be back in a minute,
Yeah.
uh, in the NFL and all that, but we have some tough technical difficulties. Okay. But
I gotta put some aluminum foil on that antenna, dog.
yeah.
I'm serious, bro. Yeah,
but I hadn't just really just been a whole lot in deeply into sports. Um, I catch sports, I catch NBA games. I don't watch it a whole lot, but football, yeah, I'm into football pretty good.
yeah,
Just, you know, I feel like if I'm gonna get into that, I want to get more of my not stats, but all the other dynamics towards football. I want to be football minded more,
hmm
if we're talking about football. But I think I did pretty well for what little knowledge have, about football as far as stats and all that. I really hadn't been able to get deep into the stats and all that, but uh, who knows, man? You probably see me a part. It's just like I'm a part of that podcast now. Those guys
yeah.
are like brothers to me. They've been on my show a couple times. We had some great conversations, had some fun, and who knows what the future holds, man? Because it really kind of make me want to go into sports, also be on the sports side too. So, but so much for that. If y'all hadn't checked out the episode, it is available on their YouTube channel. Uh, like, share, subscribe to the channel, the M&F podcast. Y'all check them out. Guys are dope, just like brothers to me. So, um, got my son on tonight, man. I'm thrilled about it because I ran it across to him about a week ago, and it been about
hmm
a week or so ago, and we talked about it. We had talked about some podcasting one time before in the past, because you was interested in podcasting. I was like,
Yep.
yeah, like father, like son.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
I got my son in, and everybody knows Vic because Vic done a major part of my podcast. He comes on, we have some great conversation, have fun. This is the critic guru. This guy is on his shit when it comes to critic, and I want to applaud you too, cuz about the podcast that you was on. Um, spin those gems
Yeah.
about credit and all, man, because and people need to keep hearing that. A lot of A lot of people, man, they see you do posting all the time. I see you post all the time. Um, and hey, keep doing it because
Yeah.
what you're saying is really opening a lot of eyes, man, and a lot of ears too, man. Because some people they see it, they just scroll past. Don't be wanting to hear positive shit. Shit that's gonna help benefit you. I don't understand that. They rather
Yeah.
hear a bunch of BS, and
Bull
if it,
jump.
yeah, we're gonna say like Coach Prime bull junk. Uh, but they seem to go try to bypass, man. Don't want to hear what can help benefit them with their life because you got to have that credit, man. You got to have
Yeah.
credit, and
Yeah.
with my son here, Geo. Uh, he's a car salesman, and I'm gonna let you take the floor, man, and tell us a little bit about what you do on the car salesman end, and this is gonna be a great conversation because
Oh yeah.
you gotta have credit to get shit.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, Cars now, they credit don't have to be super good or nothing like that to get no car. You might have some high ass interest rates, but uh,
That's that
Ooh.
back end that's gonna get
that back end gonna get you, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Look,
Yep. I
and
mean,
look,
it's pretty crazy because I think a huge piece is a lot of us, especially people in my age group. I'm talking like even really 25 and under. A
mhm,
lot of them do not understand credit at all, and
mhm,
it's mainly because even the people who were raising us, our parents, they raised to the best of our abilities, but for the most part, even our
Mhm.
parents don't really know too much about credit, which is it's a snowball effect. They don't know too much
mhm,
about credit, then we really don't know about credit, and then it goes and goes and goes. And the
Yeah.
crazy part is I've been able to see both sides of the fence because, you look at other cultural backgrounds and that's the first thing they learn about. I'm
mhm,
talking
Mhm.
before their kids are even 18, they know pretty
mhm,
much everything they need to know about credit.
mhm,
The percentages you're supposed to use with credit cards, APR, interest rates, they know it all.
mhm,
And when I was down here, I've been selling cars for close to 8 years now.
mhm,
Oh,
And when
okay.
I was down here, especially with my cultural background and my age group, I
mhm,
would try to teach them a little bit as I'm selling them the car because you'll get a lot of them. They completely skip that APR of let's say
mhm.
28%, and they're like, "Man, the payment's kind of high, but I gotta
Yeah,
prove." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
let
yeah,
me let me go ahead and get this,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm like, "Nah, let me show you this retail installment contract,
Yeah.
bring you down to earth, and see what you really gonna be paying if you make
Yeah.
every payment on time."
yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is it's almost like a scheme with some of these finance companies. They sell these cars looking to have them repossessed so they can do it all over again. You know what
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. I went from schooling people, and then when I went up north, pretty much
Mhm.
everybody know about credit.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was, I mean, even people with bad credit knew the reason why they had bad credit. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like it was eye opening because I went from the South where we really don't know too much about it at all, and then I go somewhere everybody knows about it. It's like,
Mhm.
man, all I gotta do is just do my job now.
Mhm.
So um, I've gotten to another dealership. I was with CarMax for 5 years,
Mhm.
and I took a leap of faith, and now I'm over at Subaru with Montgomery, and it's been awesome ever since.
Mhm.
Cool thing is I was on WSFA yesterday, local
Yeah.
news, and I'm on a big nationwide campaign. Is pretty crazy, but to put into perspective
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
just how much credit matters and the different demographic of customers when it comes to credit. Over at Subaru, I can tell you versus CarMax, for every 28% I seen, it was like every 15, 28% customers who was getting American credit acceptance, I got one, you know, CarMax Auto Finance approval, which is typically the top tier approval. Now
Mhm.
it's flipped. It's like for every 20, 25, 800 and 750 score beacons, that's when I see one bad credit customer. You know,
Mhm.
so it's pretty crazy. It's to the point to where literally our dealership will run numbers before we even run your credit because we assume everybody got great credit.
Mhm.
Right.
And those customers, I mean, it gets to the point to where even they school me on little tips on how
Mhm.
to create great credit score situations. I
Mhm.
know just the last little nugget, a customer was talking to me about this, which is I thought was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Um, you know, a lot of people tend to want to keep their kids out at 18
Mhm.
and tell them, hey, look, you done been a kid now, you gotta go live your life, you gotta go figure it out.
Yeah.
Instead, what this guy did with his son, he actually at 18 started charging him rent.
Mhm.
And for his rent, he actually put it in a savings account.
Mhm.
And once he reached the age of 25, gave that money back to him.
Mhm.
And that helped him out to buy his own house. So just
Yeah.
little stuff like that, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Financial
Yeah.
tips like that
Yeah.
is just pretty awesome. Like,
Yeah.
so
Confirm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's been pretty crazy, but I got an IT background. After going to school, realized that I much rather sell cars. I love cars in the first place, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on that journey, and it's been fruitful. Been
Yeah.
fruitful.
Man, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So the credit guru,
Yeah.
what you think, man? What you think?
Man,
What you
hey,
think, bro?
this young man, hey, he already laid the pavement for me. Be honestly, to be
Mhm.
honest with you, and I really can't do nothing but just hinge off what he said.
Mhm.
So he's in a credit related business in the credit related industry.
Mhm.
Good credit, bad credit, no credit. Well, he happens to have worked his way into a place to where, and that's the cool thing about. And I was listening at you, and I don't know if we can do it on this pod. I mean, on this show or whatever. But
Hey, man.
like, I'm talking about. I don't know if the timing is. We may have to take it to another show. But like,
Mhm.
you said a key thing. So Subaru makes some great cars. Like they make great vehicles. Like that company make great vehicles. They kind of slept on, but like people that know. If you know, you know. Like
Yeah.
it's one
Yeah,
of those things. So it's not like the what I call, for lack of better words, the cult classics. Like we all are go try to get a Cadillac, a G wagon, a Mercedes, BMW. Those are, so those dealerships deal with a multitude of people. They deal with people with money, with no credit, no money,
Mhm.
and all the in between and all this and that other, because
Yeah.
those are what we consider status vehicles. They're not necessarily the best vehicles in the whole wide world. It's just, it is what it is. But Subaru is like one of them slept on companies. But so when people come to buy a Subaru, they actually coming to buy what they feel like is it's a quality vehicle, and you're going to get the luxury and value and all that other extra stuff in it too as well. But it's not like just necessarily a household name in the United States like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
yep. Besides up
But
north, yep.
up north, yeah, up north is,
Yeah.
is different now. So let me separate it down here. It's
Yeah.
and down south
Yeah,
it's a little different.
nobody don't need
Yeah.
that all-wheel drive down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, but you said a lot of good stuff. You said a lot of good stuff, Gio. Like I can you buy a car with bad credit? Absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely. You
Mhm.
can do it, but the price that you're going to pay on the back end, is it really even worth it? But see, that's what happens in our community. We have to understand. We live in a microwave age, and people just like you said earlier. I got approved.
Mhm.
I got approved. So yeah, that's a great thing. You got approved, and then you'll go on Facebook and say, "Look at God, I got blessed with you know
Mhm.
this vehicle I got,"
Mhm.
and you paying 28% interest for a gazillion months.
Mhm.
But you're not telling that. You're just saying, "Hey, I got
Right.
what I consider my
Right.
dream vehicle," and you're gonna be paying on it for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
Yeah.
the warranty and
All that
the
shit gonna
general
be
maintenance,
gone.
all is gonna be gone. But
Gone.
anyway, So I tell people that's not. They say look at God. I was like, no, look at the devil. That's the devil right there. God God
Yeah.
ain't blessed you to go pay no 28% interest on
Yep.
your
Right,
quote
right,
unquote dream vehicle.
right.
But it is what it is.
Yep.
But we
And we
both work in the. Go ahead. Go ahead.
just to throw a little nugget in there to put into perspective, if you were to buy, let's say, $14,000 Nissan Versa with 28% APR, calculated roughly, you're going to be paying around like $30,000 with interest all said and done. Over $30,000,
Hmm.
matter of fact. So
Yeah,
you're paying for that
Yeah.
vehicle
Oh,
double.
I did
yeah,
it. I did it. And that's why.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
why I did that before. Like before I became who I am now and understanding the financial literacy and the power of credit. I did that, and that's why I speak so passionately about it because I experienced those things. Like I remember going and sitting in the car lot all day long. Like I was sitting at the dealership like all day long. Like I'm trying to buy a car, and I
Yeah.
just felt like, like, hey man, I'm going to the car lot today. I think I need to pack some sandwiches, and I'm I'll be
Yeah.
back. I might be back today. It might be tomorrow. I'll be back, but I plan on getting the vehicle I want. Like that, and the people that I was around. Hey, bro, we know we got this party tonight. You probably not gonna make it because like you got to go buy a car. Like that's what we thought. But when I yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, like it was like some Lord of the Rings, like hobbits. Like we was going traveling. Like it was on some different stuff. But when I realized the power of credit, and then I started to figure out how to have my financing in place before I even come to the lot. I already know the vehicle I want. I already know the price range. I possibly have already test driven the vehicle that I want. And now when I have those factors and now that I have built out my credit the way that I have, I'm already knowing what I want. I know what it costs. I know what it looks like. I know everything about what I want.
Mhm.
And I go back to my bank or credit union, generally credit unions, but I go ahead and plug in my numbers. I know what I'm looking for. I get my funding before I come to the car lot. I have a check in my pocket when I come to the car lot. And a lot of times, depending on if it's a local lot that I know the salesman or whatever, hey, I give them a call. I send them a actual. I let him see that I have this check, so he needs to send
Mhm.
that to his finance manager or whatever. Like, hey, this guy's actually has a check, whatever, whatever, whatever. When I come to the lot, like my process is about 15 to maybe 30 to 45 minutes tops. I'm in and out because I already know what I want. You already see that I got information. I know you got to do your leg work and make sure that it's official. Trust but verify. But I minimize that transaction. So I'm in and out. And so people when I go in the car lot, folks like, man, who is that guy? He must own the place. No, I don't own the place. I learned how to leverage credit.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I do my leg work and my due diligence before I come. And
Mhm.
so the salesman that sells me a car, he's glad to see me because it's like, man, whatever his commission is, he's like, well, I didn't even really have to do anything. This guy knew what he wanted.
Mhm.
He just talked to me and went through me, but like that was an easy, streamlined, a seamless sale.
Yep.
So, and I try to teach all of my clients the same thing. Like, we got to get on the better side of things. Like, you don't have to go and spend an eternity at the car lot. Like, do your leg work. If you know what you're looking for, put yourself in position to go to the car lot and and be able to effectively move forward
Yeah.
and get it done.
Yep.
So, and I mean, at the end of the day, I know it may be different from different types of dealers and different establishments, but at the end of the day, you're in business to sell cars. If you
Yep.
see somebody that's got their own financing, and
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna
we
let
treat
you
them like
explain this, Gio.
cashiers.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
so I'm
treat
gonna
them
Go
let
like
ahead.
I'm gonna let you
cashiers.
speak on this, Gio. And I know that's what you're about to say, but if somebody comes in and they got their own financing, and if there is any wiggle room, that person is going to be likely to get it versus somebody that you got to go run their credit and figure out if it's a possibility they're gonna get financed or whoever gonna finance them credit, the different companies or whatever, or the subprime lenders. But if you see somebody and they got a certified, like a real check, you like, he's like, well, hey, can you knock off 1,000? Like, if it's going to be knocked off, it's going to be for that
Oh
person
yeah.
because you know that he can go to any lot anywhere and buy a car. And so
Yep.
Mhm.
I wanted you to speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, so and you said a lot of information there, which leads into a couple of tips as well too. So I want to
Mhm.
speak on different sides of the fields.
Okay.
So first, I'm going to talk about people if you do have good credit, where you can get outside financing, all of that stuff. And then second, I'm going to talk about people who end up with subprime lenders, all of that good stuff as well too. When you have good credit, and I want people to realize this, you have far more pull to pretty much do anything you want to do at that dealership.
Say it,
And
brother.
it's just straight up
Preaching.
facts. No
You
matter
preaching.
what dealership you go to, even dealerships that say, well, we're gonna have to run your credit before we can figure out what type of APR. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have good credit, every single dealership, especially new car dealerships, they're going to have book out sheets that's going to tell what rates are going for that month, what
Mhm.
their promotional rates are, what their partner rates are. So, like if they have local credit unions, all of that good stuff, they know what their lowest rates are. Plain and simple.
Mhm.
So
Right.
when you go in there, and this is what I advise people to do, typically go talk to your bank first that you have a good relationship with,
Right.
see what APR that they're giving you, and then go to that dealership and shop around APR a little bit. So
Yeah.
what you're going to go in and say is, hey, look, I already got my outside financing. Really, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. What I want to find out is if you guys can beat my bank's rate.
Right.
I
Oh yeah.
guarantee you,
Oh
if you
yeah.
go in like that, that salesman's going to go straight to his finance manager, straight to his new
Yeah.
car sales manager, and say, "All right, this is the rate that their bank is giving. We want to earn their business. We want to earn their finance.
Mhm.
Let's see what we can beat." Because the
Yeah.
thing is,
Yes, sir.
finance managers and new car sales managers, they actually make off of having us finance with that dealership, whichever partner bank they have.
Mhm.
So when you go in there, let them know, and I guarantee you they're going to try to shop. They're going to try to shop around, and they're not
Yeah.
even going to run your credit in order to do so. Let them
Mhm.
know
Right.
that you're serious. They try to come back and say, "Well, we got to run your credit first. Either you tell me what your rates are, or I'm heading to the next dealership." Plain and
Yeah.
simple. I'm not going to play no
Mhm.
Yeah.
games. And the thing is, you are
The
able to
boy
come
doing
in with
it.
that
He doing
confidence, and you really, honestly, you're able to
it.
make the dealership kneel down to you because you're confident in what you have to offer.
Mhm.
See,
Absolutely.
we call them get me dones. When you don't have credit or you got bad credit, you're just excited about getting approved.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So you're right.
Mhm.
They're not
Yeah.
gonna discount you or anything like that because at the end of the day, you get approved. Hey, look, we got you approved. That's good enough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Congratulations. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Right.
so it's
Done been
like,
there. Done
and you
been
talk
there.
about
Done been
discounts,
there.
like, no, no, we got you approved. Your payments are maybe a little higher than what you expected, but hey, look, we
Yeah.
got you approved better
Yeah.
than probably the other dealerships you don't went to. So let's go ahead and make this happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So my advice to the people who do have good credit, definitely go in there, talk about your APR and what your bank is giving you, because I
Yeah.
guarantee they're going to try to beat that rate. They beat
Mhm.
that
Right.
rate, you're paying less.
Mhm.
And they're going to try to do automatic payments. They're going to try to
Yeah.
do, set you up an account. That way you a member, membership rates, all of
Yeah.
that stuff. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, and you will not have to
Yeah.
run your credit until you've already shot that rate. And then boom, once they lock in and say, hey, look, this is the best we have to offer, you
Yeah.
know the best rate they're going to have. So if they can beat your
Hmm.
credit union, beat your bank, try it. Let them know you only want it ran with that bank, nowhere else. So don't try to shop around my credit because that's
Mhm.
also how your credit score get knocked down as well too. Now, of course, the credit bureau does recognize that you're shopping around. Eventually, they generate it all as one pool. However, still, you don't want to just keep running your credit with every single bank out there.
Yeah.
So once you lock in on one
Boy.
bank, see if they can beat your bank, see if
Sharp.
they can beat your credit union.
Yeah. He
If
ready.
they can, cool.
Sharp,
If they
man.
can't, you know to go with your own outside financing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guarantee that dealership still not gonna get mad at you because okay, they got you on the car, you got a car that you like, they know they still gonna make a deal. It's just what
Mhm.
kind of
Right.
deal.
Mhm.
But
Right.
it's like, on the other side of the fence, If you're just somebody who you just need things done, you don't have much credit, none of that stuff. Honestly, they finna dog you. They gonna dog you.
Mhm.
And it's not really them that's dogging you because of course they just want to sell you a car. It's going to be the finance company that approves you. And it's not fair. Honestly, I do get it because you've got people who, their credit's bad because all they have is student loans or something like that. The debt to income ratio is pretty bad. Like,
Right,
and
right.
they just need a car. And these banks, they take advantage of that. They're going to give you a high APR.
Yeah.
They're going to pretty much dog you out, and you're going to get your car, but you're going to be paying on that car.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And even talking with the people who don't have that great of credit, who don't really know about credit, you get
Mhm.
asked as a salesman a lot of questions, and some of the most common ones are going to a dealership that has financing and not in-house financing, and then asking how much do I have to put down in this car.
Mhm.
That's completely dependent on you and your credit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
they come in, hey, look, do I got to put a $500 down on this car, $1,000 down? It's
Yeah.
completely dependent on you and your credit. So
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
why credit is so important. And the other one that I get all the time, this is one that's extremely important, is when they're buying these cars, they ask, hey, look, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, can I come in and trade this car in?
Mhm.
And I tell them, first off, I always start, that's a really good question, and I really want to school you on that.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
thing I say because you honestly you can come in and buy another car within a month. You can trade your car within a month. It
Mhm.
all depends on
Yes,
you,
sir.
Yeah.
not the time frame. It depends on what you
Mhm.
do within that time frame. So if
Mhm.
you're in the same situation, your credit score is still the same. Debt to income ratio is really actually worse because now you got that car on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The car value is not matching what your interest rate was, so it's not matching what your payoff is. Then I'm gonna tell you, like 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, it's not gonna work.
Mhm.
If your car is worth $15,000 and your loan is still for $21,000, you're $6,000 upside down. It's just not gonna work.
Mhm.
Hmm.
However, in that time frame, if you work on your credit, you visit Victor, he tell you how to work on your credit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and you work on your credit, you work on getting those payments down. Maybe you double up or something like that, and you get your debt to income ratio down, and you also get the value of that car to pretty much match what the negative equity is, and you probably
Yeah.
probably positive, or probably maybe like $500, $1,000
Mhm.
negative, depending on what your credit is. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely, you can trade that car in.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of odds and ends when it comes to all of this. And it goes into everything. It's not just cars, it's
Yeah.
houses,
Mhm.
it's getting
Houses. Yeah.
approved
Right.
for higher
Mhm.
credit card limits.
Yeah.
So it plays a part in everything.
Mhm. Man,
But
y'all
hey,
hear this shit, don't you?
he's
Y'all
a
hear this,
genius.
don't you?
My man is a genius, bro.
Y'all
I
hear that?
know. Hey, I know we got the same blood running through our veins, bro. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
This young man right here, like he dropped some gems, and a lot of people. We're gonna have to make some reels out of this because he just dropped some gems, man.
Yeah.
And he know his stuff. I can hear it. You know what I mean? I know. I've been doing this long enough to know. But Gio, I want to ask you a question, and if you can answer, answer. If you can't, we'll move on. We'll move it to another show. But
Mhm.
down payment,
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
the down, so it's sort of like a taboo topic. Like, is a down payment really a down payment, or is it like, hey man, this guy came in and dropped, 3,500 down, and we finna have a pizza party. Like, I'm gonna give everybody a pizza party, and I'm gonna go to Vegas for the rest of the weekend. Like, like, you know, like. But like I say now, if it's what I'm saying. I personally, now, yeah, I see you moving around, cuz. Let's move on. Let's move on.
No, no, no.
That's
Hey,
what I'm saying.
and
Yeah, I don't want, hey, bro, hey, hey, I don't want to be, but I just know that that's one of those topics that is talked about in the end. Like, people wonder, like, why am I paying a down payment? I personally, even when I had subprime credit, I didn't care to make a down payment. Like I really didn't. It just didn't. Have I had to do it before? Yes, I have had
Yeah,
been in
yeah.
positions where I had to
Mhm,
do that, but
mhm.
that was not my thing that I preferred to do.
Yep.
So
So it does at finance and dealerships that actually have banks, 100%. And I'll tell you why. Now, buy here, pay here's nah.
pizza party.
Yeah, they pizza party. Pizza party. We had the bases, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Look,
right.
hit the balloons real quick.
Take the whole staff to Disney World. Everybody go.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, buy here, pay here, man. Yeah,
Drop them gems, son. Drop them,
yeah.
man.
Do it, boy. Yes, sir, my man.
I'm buying a wife. I'm buying a wife anniversary ring for that one, you know. But so here's why it really does help when it comes to dealerships that have banks. So as a bank who a customer is borrowing from, they know nothing about you other than your social security number
Mhm,
and your credit.
Mhm.
With your credit, this person I don't know from Adam's cat, they're already looking at it. They're seeing exactly why your credit score is low, some of the things you owe, things of that nature.
Mhm.
Everyone already knows, typically someone with lower credit, and especially depending on the vehicle that they're buying as well,
mhm.
they're more likely to end up causing repossession. That's another reason why the vehicle really matters as well too. You're going to get half the time, even especially like new credit customers, like with no credit, go scores.
Mhm.
A lot of times it's easier to finance them on a new vehicle than a used vehicle, and the vehicle plays a part in that because they feel like that new vehicle is going to come with warranties and all of that stuff. So if something
Mhm.
breaks down, the
Mhm.
Yep.
company's going to take care of it because we all know this is a percentage game. If
Yeah.
your car break down, there's a higher percentage of people who end up letting that car go back because it broke down versus a car that is covered.
Mhm,
With that being said, when you put down a down payment, it shows commitment.
mhm,
Yeah.
That is the main reason why it matters.
mhm,
Because if someone's putting, like you said, 3,000, 3,500, $5,000 down,
mhm.
they more than likely gonna try to keep that car versus somebody who ain't
Right.
putting nothing down because
Right,
it's like,
Right.
hey,
right.
Right.
look, my money gone.
Yeah,
This all
Right.
I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, they done took my
right.
money. I got this
Yeah.
car.
Mhm,
I ain't getting that back. So, they're more likely to keep that car throughout the entirety of its financing or to where they can trade it in or such and such versus
mhm.
somebody who ain't really putting no money down. And once
Yes,
again, that's
sir.
where credit comes into play because you got good credit, they ain't gonna care. They're gonna take a chance on you because they see you paying everybody off.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
yeah, so down payment matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you
That's
go
what's
to a
up.
buy pay here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Hey, Gio, thanks for cracking that code, bro. Because it is a taboo topic. That's
Mhm.
been looming around for years. I mean, but I tell all my clients like, no, we not paying no down payments. Like,
Yeah.
you know
Now
what I'm
Yeah.
I
saying?
will
Yeah.
I will say this. If you meet the minimum requirement of the down payment, let's say they want you to put $2,000 down. Well, let's say a higher number, $5,000 down.
Mhm.
After that, it really don't matter because you've met the requirement for them to trust you on buying this car. After that, every $1,000 only equate for around like $25, if
Yeah.
that.
Right. 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 Yes,
So it's
sir.
like,
Yep.
hey, look, I done put $5,000 down. Am I gonna be able to get like $100 off if I put $2,000 down? Nope.
Yeah.
Maybe around $50, $40,
Right.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
ain't getting
Yeah.
that
No
far after
doubt.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, once especially and this is talking for people who don't have the best of credit, but once you've met that requirement of down payment, unless you really just trying to get at a comfortable number. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's up, man.
That's
My
what's
boy,
up,
my
man.
boy dropped them gems, man. I'm
Hey,
telling you.
no doubt. I'm
I,
co-signing on it, bro.
I,
Hey,
I,
hey, he
yeah.
own it. He
had to
own
let
it.
him had to let him have the floor, man, because
Yes, sir.
you know his
Man,
shit, man.
I've been
Uh,
blessed, man. Yeah, I've had some ups and downs, even with my own credit. I've had some
yeah,
Yeah.
ups and downs.
yeah. We
Yep.
Um,
all.
but
Yep.
I'm thankful. I'm blessed that I did take this career route because even outside of just the enjoyment of selling cars,
Mhm.
I've been able to learn a lot of stuff, and you'll be surprised at how much this all ties in together. It's not just car sales. It's not just the other
Yep.
stuff like house buying, all of
Mhm.
that stuff. It even ties
Employment.
into your employment. I was just about to say it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
even
yeah,
Yeah.
it ties into your employment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
very important, and I'm very thankful that I get to see its importance, and
Right,
even my friends alike, I talk to them, and we kind of go over a few things, and making
right,
Mhm.
sure
right.
they're doing the right things when it comes to their scores and all of that. So it
Yeah.
is it's a blessing, and I want to be fruitful with it. So
Yeah.
Man, I commend you. I commend you for that, and
No
I'm gonna
doubt.
let your daddy. He can't stand it, man. He ready.
No, man, I
His
let him
tongue.
have the floor, man. I
No,
let
no,
him
you
have it.
ready to go, bro? I see you. I
No,
see it in you, bro.
no,
I see you got your new glasses on. You want to let people hear
that's
you
right.
talk.
I got my shit on. That's why I wanted him. That's
You
why I
got
wanted him.
you want to talk, but I'm gonna say this
No,
and I'm gonna hush.
seriously, seriously. That's
But
why I wanted him on, man, because he know his shit. That's why I wanted him on. I wanted you on because
yeah,
you know what you doing. You
right,
know your
right,
thing.
right.
That's your
They
thing, man.
they work hand to hand, and
Yeah,
I totally respect, especially a younger man or
that's
younger.
right.
I mean, whether you a younger man or younger woman, just to have that
That's right.
mind, bro, like it puts you leaps and bounds ahead of most people. Like you said yourself, most people in your generation are not really on
Oh
that. Are
man.
people making money? This it's not always about money. There's people that's making money, but people don't understand that the exchange of notes of paper money is almost in existence. You can't
Yeah.
go into an airport with cash. It don't mean
Mhm.
yeah,
anything in the airport.
Yeah.
You can't go into a hotel with cash. It don't mean anything. You can't go rent a car. You gonna take your family out. It don't mean anything. You
Mhm.
can't go
yeah,
buy a tour road. Like I'm gonna go to tour road Airbnb.
Mhm.
Nobody's going to accept cash. Like
No.
nobody does that anymore. So if that doesn't tell you where the world, the paradigm shift that we're going into, your credibility is your adult report card.
Yeah.
People want to know how reliable you are, how well you can manage debt over time. That's what credit actually is.
Yeah.
yeah,
How well you can manage different types of debt over time. That's
Mhm.
that's what it is. So to hear this young man explain and you like if anybody that's listening in that's on this call like that's tuning in they're going to understand like this
Yeah.
dude is on his stuff like he
Mhm.
didn't just come in and say I got a job like he understands like hey I'm gonna be a part of this but I need to understand what's really going on.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think one thing that we need to continue to learn as a culture is wealth is not the ability to obtain wealth; it's the ability to generate wealth for your family.
Generate.
And,
Yes,
Yeah.
and
sir.
and what that really means, especially to me, is it's not just about stacking your chips and you know building a bank account for
Mhm.
your children. It's
Mhm.
about teaching your children how to manage that
Manage
bank
that.
account.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like a fool with $1 million is still gonna be broke the very next day. But you can
Yep.
give someone who knows how to manage wealth, you can give them
Mhm.
half of that, and they're gonna know how to build upon that. And,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
that's a huge thing that we need
Mhm.
to figure out. And I ain't gonna lie, Pop. Cousin Darius, I talked to him a lot, and
Mhm.
we was talking about that. Another huge piece is the fact that we get this stuff. Like let's say we get a nice bonus or something like that,
Mhm.
and we're so used to rewarding ourselves up
Right.
front, we don't
Yeah.
want
Yep.
to build a castle. And it's like,
Right.
man, I just got my taxes or something like that. Man, I'm gonna go ball
Yeah.
out. I deserve this.
I
Right.
hear that
Right.
so
You
much,
know,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. I really get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because when you've been working so
Mhm.
hard, especially let's say all that year, and
Mhm.
you've been taking L's, building from those losses, and
Mhm.
head in the dirt, just grinding.
Mhm.
When you finally get a chunk, yeah, you're right. You want to reward yourself, but that discipline to say, no, I'm going to take this and build
Mhm.
something with this, even if I have to
Mhm.
save it until I have
Mhm.
enough of it to build something.
Mhm. Yeah.
We as a culture really have to figure that out, and also that self value,
Mhm.
Yep.
because I'm gonna
Exactly.
tell y'all when it comes to
Yeah.
Subaru, it didn't open my eyes as much until I really joined the team because even up north, like I said, everybody has a Subaru.
Right.
But to
Yep.
put into perspective, there was a man there the other day that I sold a car to. He was figuring out if he wanted that used Outback and really thinking on it. It was like, is this right for me? And
Mm-hmm.
this man makes almost $400,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The car was nothing but like a $30,000 car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, and,
Yep.
and,
Mm-hmm.
and what that said to me is the fact that they had it was enough self value within itself to say, is
Mm-hmm.
this modest vehicle something that really fits my needs
Mm-hmm.
versus just saying, okay, I got it, I'm finna go buy a G wagon or something
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
because
sir.
it's the status car.
Mm-hmm.
So and it really it's an eye-opening thing, especially to experience it firsthand and just to
Mm-hmm.
see how certain people move with their money and how certain people move when it comes to having an agenda to
Mm-hmm.
create that generational wealth. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
yeah, it's eye-opening, man. It's
Right.
some heavy stuff.
Bro,
Yeah.
you
I'm
you
proud
just
of him.
you don't even know
Proud,
what's
man.
happening. You don't even really know. I mean, but like in the grand scheme of things, you don't even know what's happening right now because these conversations are so vital. And your vibe attracts your tribe. We all got an
Mm-hmm.
audience. But what you just said was what I took from what you said is, and I already knew this, but I'm just expounding on it.
Mm-hmm.
To reward yourself, a bill is not a reward. A
Yep.
depreciating asset is not a reward.
Mm-hmm.
We come and we go in this life. The best thing that you can do, the most fruitful thing you can do in this life is to put other people in a better position.
Right.
Do something for your name. Do what Mercedes Benz did for their name. Do what Sam Walton did for his name. Do
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
what Colonel Sanders did for his name's sake. Like that is the true reward. In our community, we regard materialistic things as
Yeah.
accomplishments,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
it's not an accomplishment.
Yeah.
If you want to show me
Yeah.
accomplishment, I say this all the time. Geo, if you pulled up in a car that you created, it's yours. You
Mm-hmm.
from designing all around to the materials, everything that you done, all the technology is yours. That's
Mm-hmm.
what's impressive to me because
Mm-hmm.
now I know Geo and I know all these people that are going to be buying his car that he created.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but to see somebody to just say, I feel like I have arrived because I'm wearing somebody else's name or I'm
Yeah.
driving somebody else's thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. Like I use this reference all the time. I wear chaps and I wear polo. Like chaps is a subsidiary of polo. Well, guess why? Polo said, "Hey, we're going to make money on different price points. We're going to still give people
Mm-hmm.
the name, but it's going to be at different price points." But when you wear a polo, you know it's a totally different feel.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
the clothes feel different when you care about what you wear.
Mm-hmm.
But so you are getting some more quality when you paying the extra money, and it's a different kind of little value that you have about it because it feels different. You're getting more for your money. But the nature of us to just feel like having all this status stuff makes us somebody, and then we watch people
Yeah.
fight over the stuff when you pass away. Like you got the car, you got the status house, and then folks fight
Yeah.
over your assets when you leave. Maybe you got life insurance,
Yeah.
maybe you don't. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the case may be. These are the conversations that are meaningful conversations that we should be having, but they're
Mm-hmm.
not had.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I always
Yeah.
use the reference to in our community we have two or three people, maybe in our family, maybe three people, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever.
Yeah.
They are our people that come in that have made it. That's old Uncle such and such. He got a Maybach. But
Mm-hmm.
Uncle such and such ain't never pulled all the nieces and nephews around to say, "Hey, this is how I did what I did. This
Yep.
is
Mm-hmm.
how you can be a part of what I'm doing." Like
Mm-hmm.
Auntie such and such has never pulled everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
We like feeling like we are the quintessential person in our family, but we are
Hmm.
not spreading the wealth. We taking in all of the accolades, but we're not giving it
Yeah.
back to the
Yeah.
people.
Right.
Yep.
And we can all get together and have cookouts, and everybody, you bring the forks and spoons, and you bring the hot dogs, and you bring the cups, and you bring. We can get together on that. And I got the DJ book. But when it comes down to have conversations about how are we going to take our family name, our namesake, how are we going to
Yeah.
make this thing go on
Mhm.
after us?
Yeah.
We don't
Yep.
have those conversations, and
Don't.
it's a tough conversation to have. And yes, we are on a podcast, we're on a media platform, but I'm to the point that at this point it needs to be exposed. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to secretly
Yeah.
talk about it doesn't
Right.
even matter anymore.
Hmm.
We need to have the open discussions, because that's what happens. I heard, I think it was Charleston White. If y'all watch Charleston White,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my dude. I
Yeah.
think I think
Watch
he
out.
he I think me and him related too. But he he said something. He says, in our community, we're not moved by things that require action. We move about things that people verbally say. When
Hmm.
somebody says something
Okay.
that
Hmm.
don't set right with you, you're gonna respond. You're gonna get Twitter fingers, or you're gonna get whatever. You're gonna act out because somebody
Hmm.
said something to you.
Yep.
But when it's something that requires action
Hmm.
to progress out of that situation, we won't do it.
Hmm.
So it takes the provoking of you saying something to people and putting it in their face for them to get mad at you, and you got to be the
Hmm.
sacrificial lamb, and then they react. It's
Hmm.
unfortunate, but that's the way it is, and it has been that way through a
Yeah.
lot of different aspects. And being that we in Black
Long
History
time.
Month, I feel, hey, I'm
That's right.
y'all gonna give me the shortest month of the year. I feel
Yeah.
so. I'm gonna go and let I'm gonna say what I need to say within these
Yeah.
28 days. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
it is what it is. But these are things that have to be exposed and have to be communicated.
Hmm.
Because if you sell cars, but you obviously have ventured into other aspects of financial literacy.
Hmm.
Financial literacy is my aspect. You know what I mean? I all forms: business credit, personal credit, life insurance, health insurance, homeowners insurance, every aspect of the things, the components that people need. I that's who I am.
Yeah.
But with that being said, the conversation is so taboo in our community. It's so taboo, like, to the point that if you were the guy, you were the cousin that all you talked about is money, and you roll over there, oh, here he come, he gonna try to have a speech, he gonna try to get all, he trying to get
Yeah.
everybody, he trying to tell everybody they need to add somebody as an authorized user. We ain't got time,
Yeah.
man. We trying to relax, man. We want to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We turn off from the positive information that we really need to hear.
Hmm.
And it's very, like, what you do, Geo. Like, it is vital, man. It is vital that you keep on trying to educate. Like, hey, I'm going to do my due diligence to make sure that this person understands what you about to do. Like, hey,
Hmm.
it is what it is. I'm in business to make money, but I'm not chasing money. Money chase me. Like, when you do what you're supposed to do, it's gonna come to you every time.
Hmm.
Yep.
So again, I applaud you, brother, man, just for your knowledge and intellect on. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I mean, it wasn't that I wasn't. I know Jock. You know what I mean? And I wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I wasn't expecting it, but the level that you just went to, man,
Yeah.
you just. I mean,
Yeah.
bro, hey, man, I'm.
Fucked you up. Fucked you up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It pumped me up.
I'm just
It
gonna
pumped
say
me
it.
up.
He fucked you up.
Yeah,
Man, no,
yeah,
it's the same way, cause it's the same. It's the
yeah,
same way. That's
yeah.
why.
Yeah.
The thing is, no one really, even if someone's the face of something, no one really never did it without a team. Like,
Right.
no matter what it was, you can go into history, Black history, and financial literacy is another thing. It's like when great minds come together and we really
Mhm,
express these things and we talk about these things,
Hmm.
that's how things move. It's like
Hmm.
a ship. It's like a ship back in the Spartan days.
mhm,
Those big old ships, big old powerful ships they built. It took 120 men to row those ships.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So it's like, when no matter how big and powerful you think you may be,
Yeah.
unless you got 119 other men to help you row this ship, you ain't going nowhere. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
like me and you alike, and me and you and Pop, we can all
Mm-hmm.
be such a great figure, even when it comes to
Yeah.
financial literacy. But if we're not working with anyone else to spread awareness, it's not really going to work.
Right.
Yeah.
So instead of, and this is something that, once again, we as people got to work on. Instead of trying to use our accolades to build a throne, we need to use our accolades and build a home for everyone else.
Exactly. Exactly. There
So
you go, bro.
once we keep getting each other
Man,
on board,
fuck yeah, I gotta give him a round of
Man,
applause on that shit.
man,
I'm
come on.
telling y'all, we all get
Yes,
on board with
sir.
this, man. We can move some stuff, man. We
Yes,
can move
sir.
some stuff. So that's the reason why I do it. That's the reason why, because I've always been a person, and I get this from my father.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
We
sir.
always want to help people.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
take joy in seeing other people win along
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Want to see
You
them
Yes.
know what I'm
win,
saying?
man.
If I gotta dish that rock for the last shot to somebody and they take the shot, as long as we win, I'm
Mm.
happy.
Yeah.
Boy,
So
boy, boy.
any knowledge that I get that I feel is useful, I try, and I do mean I try to spread it on out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Boy, I'm about to
always looking
cry.
for
I'm about to cry
feedback.
over here now. I'm
Oh
about to
man,
cry.
stop
Hey,
What
now.
get a
You
the?
know,
get a nigga
What
some tissue.
the?
but and
Get a nigga some
even
tissue.
before I even left CarMax, man. My general manager. We had some ups and downs, and still overall he was a really good guy. But I still thank him to this day, because we used to
Right.
always talk and kind of ping our ideas and everything like that. And a part
Mm-hmm.
of that, he gave me a book called Crucial Conversations.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
even
heard
that
of
nugget,
that.
being open to take that book and read that book, whether it was a ebook with sound, or I just read the actual hard copy.
Mm-hmm.
The little nuggets even from that book taught me a lot. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
I love receiving information. I love giving information,
Mm-hmm.
because it only can help. Like you don't want to take all advice. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
advice that you feel is very useful, be
Mm-hmm.
open to all advice, but advice that you feel is very useful, you always take it, man, because it can
Yeah.
only make you a
Man, that's
better person.
beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. And
Man.
He
Hey,
can't take. He
hey,
can't. He
hey,
ain't used to nobody
bro,
having the
it ain't
flow.
even. I ain't even
No,
thinking about it.
dude.
That's the point of
First
having
of
them
all,
on. That's the point of
First of
having them
all,
on.
whether we was on here or not, financial literacy is one in the top
Mm-hmm.
5 sought after topics that's trending on any
Mm-hmm.
social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are trying to figure this financial literacy thing out. They
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out whether they searching credit, whether
Mm-hmm.
they searching any aspects of financial literacy, um investing, or any type of anything in the financial literacy aspect of space.
Mm-hmm.
So just with that alone, this if this podcast was nothing but that, it's some valuable content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Gr, this is something that I want to say, and me and Jock, your dad, talk about this all the time. I tell people, and it's kind of like a lost art. And I mean, you in a generation behind, a couple generations behind us. I know we look like me and you look like we're the same age, but but
Same here, man.
I'm actually
Bragging on
more
crack,
closer.
baby.
Yeah, I'm closer to your dad, man.
Hey man, fuck you, man. Keep living. Keep living, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But but the real deal is I always tell people networking is everything. When you come
It
out of
is.
Yeah.
It
the
is.
generation that we came in, when it
Yes.
wasn't no cell phone to reach out. When you was from a certain place, we from Louisville, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't
Right.
nobody that you wasn't famous in several counties over because you knew how to sing or rap. Like, it was just like wherever your community was, that's where you were popular at. And when you dealt with
Mhm.
stuff, you dealt with it. It wasn't no going to Google and trying to figure out what this is all about.
Right.
The beauty of networking is it's the conversations that people don't have that are the most vital.
Hmm.
Yep.
We assume and we live in a world where everybody's out here getting it, and everybody's getting it, and everybody's is like, oh, just go get in your phone and go do this and go do that. and we don't even really talk to people anymore. So I'm very, man. I promise you, like honestly, like dude, you know, you definitely younger than me, but and you my cousin, but I value your intellect, man, because
Mm-hmm.
it is. I'm not gonna shortchange you a look in the least bit because
Mm-hmm.
it is so important in the compassion that you have to try to help other people and share
Mm-hmm.
even with your friends
Mm-hmm.
is a lost art.
Mm-hmm.
Like we kind of live in a selfish world and people everybody out for themselves. Everybody's out, they gatekeeping information. So
Yeah.
um I value that, but you never know. Just like you said, the guy came into the dealership. You used to dealing with people that's going to be pretty much, credit worthy because of the grand scheme of things with the type of dealership that you work for.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But you can't count nobody's pockets. But then when you sit down and you actually look at you get this person's adult report card and you like, oh man, this dude makes, and he's considering this and that.
Mm-hmm.
It completely reverses your, not necessarily your thinking, but I'm saying generalized. It reverses your thinking because you like, this guy can do whatever he want to do,
Want to do? Yeah.
but he's considering the long game.
Mm-hmm.
I need a vehicle. I don't need a status vehicle. I need something that's
Some,
dependable, that's going to do what I need to do so I can get to where I need to
right.
be to make my money and do
Yep.
what I need to do.
Right.
The beauty behind that thinking and the beauty behind you even being connected with people like him and so many other people that you deal with, there is something about that. And when you
Mm-hmm.
connected around people like that, you don't have a choice but to elevate your thinking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't just keep thinking
Yeah.
on a low level because everything that you do and how you make your money is on another level. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't stay down here and go up here at the same time. You can't be in both places at the same time. So I
Mm-hmm.
do, man. I do applaud you again, man. My hat's off to you. Jock, give him another round of applause, man. Hit that
Hey,
mixing board.
hey, hey, I gotta hit him. I got to. I'm
Yeah.
proud of him. Man. Proud
Yeah,
of
man.
him,
I'm
man.
Nah,
proud of him too, man.
Proud
I
of
ain't
him, dude.
lying,
Yeah.
bruh.
thank y'all. Thank
Man,
y'all.
you the goat in my book, man. Because there's other stuff we finna get into here in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
What Jock got to talk about?
Hey,
Look here.
hey, we gotta spit. Y'all had to spit them gems, man, because it need to be
Yeah.
heard. You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
y'all got y'all
Yep.
y'all need to be heard, man. That was one of the main reasons why I wanted to bring him on, man, to share his expertise and
Yes,
what he
sir.
do, and you do it
Man.
all the
Yeah.
time for me. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
man, this was a damn great connection here, man,
Yes,
and
sir.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed every
No,
bit of it. That's
Yes,
why I
sir.
100%
sat back.
thankful for
I
yeah,
sat
Victor,
back
man.
and let y'all
You a
do
goat,
y'all
man.
thing.
Tough.
Yeah. Sit back and let y'all do
Yes,
y'all thing
sir.
and
Yeah.
get it in here too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get it in
Yeah.
here.
Right.
So
Yeah.
because you never too old to learn shit. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that shit was dope, man.
That's what's up.
Shit was dope, man.
That was
Man,
crack.
we're gonna take a quick 30-second break, man. We're gonna come back for more other Jock
There it
Johnson
is.
podcast
You
right after
know it.
break. Right after break, y'all. All right, y'all. We are back. We are back, y'all.
Baby.
We are back, man. More of the Jock Johnson podcast. Had a little fuck up there. Vic done stepped out for a minute. But got my son in the building. Man, he spit some gems in here tonight. And I want to tell you, man, how proud I am of you. You're a good kid, man. I tell you that all the time, man.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
You believe in helping people, man. That's what it's
Yes,
always been
sir.
about, man. Because I've
Man,
the
I
same way
love
my
that,
whole
man.
life. I like to see people win. I've said it so many times here on the show. I want to see people win, man.
Mhm.
And I'm proud of what you're doing. man, you've been
Thank
holding
you.
it down. You've been holding it down. Now
Yes,
maybe
sir.
one
Thank
day I may consider driving a Subaru now. So I want to
I
You
put
ain't
that
better
gonna
out
do
lie
it,
to
there.
you.
boy.
It's eye opening at how great those dang on
The
cars are.
safety ratings are high, right? The safety ratings are high
Yeah,
on those
Yes,
cars.
highest in the
Yeah,
market.
yes,
yeah,
yes,
Highest in the
yeah.
sir.
market. As a matter of fact, then whoever's watching can fact check this because I get customers to fact check it all the time.
Mhm.
You get the lowest insurance rates with Subaru, and,
Yeah.
and depending on what model you're comparing it to, it could be by a nice bit of change. So
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, as a matter of fact, I had a customer today. I sold a car to. They bought for their son, who's graduating pretty soon,
Yeah.
and their 1 year premium for the other vehicle they were looking at. I think it was a Toyota Corolla GR, like a
Yeah.
hatchback. Um, but his rates were quoted around like $2,200 for that year,
Mhm.
and yeah, for the cross track that he bought, it was quoted at around 1,300. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's some pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, that and reliability, those are the two top things at the chain. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
they're pretty crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, uh, this is what Black History Month. It's the credit guru right here.
Yes, sir. This is your granddaddy. This is your granddaddy. Granddaddy, we finna see.
I had to pull that one up,
I don't
man.
know if you gonna get approved or not. We finna see.
Man, that hey,
Yeah.
that first segment, man, was dope once again, man.
Yes,
Y'all did
indeed,
y'all
man.
Yeah,
thing.
that was
I
awesome.
ain't lying.
Oh,
Y'all did y'all thing, and I'm very very proud of you, son, and
Boy.
Drake,
Yeah.
man, keep
What
doing your
the?
thing.
Yeah.
absolutely. Pop.
Definitely gonna have you guys back on this motherfucker quite a bit. So we
Heck
fixing to
yeah.
have some.
Oh, you,
We
you
fixing
try
to
to do
have some
like you
fun.
try to do like Shay Shay. You want to get all these views.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You damn right. Shit, why not? And you know what? You know what? Speaking of Club Shay Shay, because we fixing to have a little fun now. We fixing to go on
Okay.
the other side of shit now. So, uh, Club
Yeah,
Shay Shay,
we got the business out the way. So let's go.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's have some fun now. So,
Yeah.
So
you
I
know,
got my wine off to the side, so let's
that's
go
what
Okay.
I'm
ahead and
talking
have a little
about.
bit of fun.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
So
You know,
they trying to make me grow up, man. I normally drink a little Crown or something like that, but they was like, man, you gotta grow up, gotta get into drinking wine. I said, all right, I'll try.
well,
But
you know
man,
what?
y'all, I felt so
Yeah.
sassy the other night, man. I had got home. It was a long day at work. Man, I got out the shower, got my robe on. I
Mhm.
had the candles lit, sipping wine, watching Players Club. I said, well, hold on, man, hold up.
Yeah. 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 Oh boy.
Oh
Oh
shit.
man.
Yeah.
That's just funny,
When
man.
can I start? Immediately.
Immediately.
Immediately. Yes,
Man,
sir.
Oh man.
man. Look, man. Beginning of the year started and all, and we've seen the thing with on Club Shay Shay with Cat Williams because Cat brought the damn year in.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Cat, Cat brought Cat brought the year in, man. He spilled a lot of what they say tea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
he he spilled a lot. And then just recently here in the last couple of days, they had the episode with Monique,
Yep.
Yeah.
and that shit that was crazy too because she said some shit, man, and one person in particular wasn't too thrilled about it, and that was DL Hughley. And DL
Yeah.
said some shit, and I hate I didn't get the audio of that shit, but he really went in on it, and uh, man, can we just talk about this shit in private? Talk about, try to straighten things out, man, because god damn. But motherfuckers kind of get mad at Unc, man. And what you get mad at him for?
Yep.
Shit. It's his platform. He giving people the opportunity to come on. He's kind of he know how to kind of stay back out of certain situations during the conversation, but
Yep.
you know, he just like anybody else, any journalist, anybody else, man. Hey, he just doing his thing, and motherfucker got the views, man.
Hmm.
I'm
That's
talking
that's
about,
and that's who he's been. I mean, as a
yeah,
sport analyst, a sportscaster, whatever, he's always had gave his views and opinions. So this nothing new. Like it's
Yep.
just it's a different niche, but it's still the same thing. I mean,
yeah,
so he's just putting people in front of,
right,
and at the end of the day, I don't think people mad at him. People mad at themselves. Like, but that's just the when you get
yeah,
down to the catalyst of it. But that's a whole nother site visit right there. That's a whole
yeah.
nother,
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Yep.
I want to know what y'all guys' conversation was about, man. Vic, I want to know what y'all conversation was about. Oh, I
Boy,
see it.
I'm drop.
I see it. Fix your credit. I see it. I
Fix
see it.
it. I'm dropping dimes on everybody that's procrastinating, trying to figure out whether they want to go buy a pair of shoes or fix their credit. Or we're gonna go to do
Yeah.
a yeah, we're going to Ruth Chris. I'm gonna go to Ruth Chris, and then I'm gonna get with you on my credit next year.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I,
Boy,
I had to
yes
pull that
sir.
shit up, man. That shit
I'm
was
spilling the
funny,
tea
man.
on everybody instantly. They ain't got to give me no chicken. They ain't got to give me no Coca Cola, no cigarette. I'm spilling it. I'm dropping. I'm snitching on
Right.
everybody.
Yeah, fought your baby mamas and claim your kids on the taxes and still ain't decided to put them
Exactly.
on to fix your credit.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna get with you though. I'm gonna get with
Yeah,
you. Keep on keeping on, bro. You gonna need it
yeah,
before you need me, bro. You gonna
yeah.
need you gonna need
You're
it
right.
before
You're right, man. You're right.
yeah.
That's just like motherfucker don't be want to talk about burial insurance and shit, man. Shit that's
Hmm.
gonna help your family if something happen to your ass, put you away. These motherfuckers don't want to talk about that type shit, man.
Yep. I mean,
You gotta
it's
do a
and
GoFundMe. Do a GoFundMe. Something happen to your ass. You can't don't even have no insurance.
yep.
Well, it's and I'm gonna let Gio cause I know he ran to go, but I'm gonna let 'cause the young man got some information. And bro,
Yeah,
again,
because the
I
funniest
can't salute you.
Give me
thing,
your
I
thoughts.
can't give you enough hand claps. But
Give me
yeah,
give me your thoughts on that shit.
but I was gonna say is it's more or less we live in the moment. We are instant gratification people. We
Hmm.
don't understand the
Hmm.
exit plan. We don't understand leaving things better than you found them. You don't understand putting your people and your family in a better position than
Hmm.
you found them. We have
Hmm.
materialistics that we can't take with us. They don't have any value. They don't retain any value. If you showed me, hey, bro, I got a box full of Rolexes. Okay, I can say at least that man, ventured into something that has value. It's added value to
Yeah.
a Rolex. We not having those conversations. So um, we feel like YOLO. You only live once, but you're not
yep,
thinking about somebody is got to be responsible for what you leave behind.
Hmm.
yep.
We don't think about that, and
Yeah.
that is not a conversation that's had in our community because we have seen so much trauma, and it's historically and genetically feel like the trauma is in us. We
Hmm.
don't even care to have that conversation. We just want a good time and anesthetize the pain. Like, let's just keep moving forward. Like, we know what it is, but we nobody's gonna have the conversation. But we talk about stuff that is meaningless. What's going on with these different reality shows and
Yeah.
the comedians and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to belittle or lessen the hold that information has, but
Hmm.
we literally are consumed right now with what's going on with the comedians
Hmm.
but I know the grand scheme of things in the whole entertainment field is trying to bring a awareness, but then what happened in Miami, on New Year's, like at the mall, like
Yeah.
most people
Yeah.
don't even know that. But I don't
Yeah.
want to get you. I don't want to get you.
Yeah.
I don't want to get you. I don't want to get
That's a
your
whole
top
nother
down.
hat. That's a whole
Hey,
nother hat right there.
yeah, I looking at the shirt. I looking at the shirt you got on, cuz. That's a nice shirt.
Woo,
Man, you crazy, man.
But yeah,
You
woo.
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. But anyway, that's my take on it. Like
Hmm.
me personally, I could care less because I see things from a different space. Like
Hmm.
us having us having conversations like, and it's kind of like what Kat was talking about, and other influencers and other people that are prominent folks are saying.
Mhm.
Okay, when is the march is enough? Well, I tell you what, I tell you a person who said it. Malcolm X said it best.
Mhm.
We study doing campaigns and marching. Such and such went on there, and they shouldn't have said that, and they could have said something differently.
Mhm.
What they said wasn't gonna make no difference
Mhm.
in how your outlook on life positively is.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yep.
The efforts that you make actively to change your situation, your mindset, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, it
Mhm.
don't change because we sit and we look at these different things and we just so consumed with entertainment that we
Mhm.
don't realize that we letting our whole lives pass and we have not actively been a part of
Mhm.
living. We've been more a part of existing than living.
Mhm.
So that's that. But Gio, hey, take over, bro.
Yeah, nah, it was gonna be short, sweet, and to the point. Because it's funny because after I graduated college, I did a little bit of life insurance myself,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
the hardest thing about selling life insurance, and you really touched on it too. We live so deep in the moment, and we don't really focus on setting our family up for when we leave.
Yeah.
Um, it's hard to sell something that's not tangible to us.
Mhm.
And then by association, it's extremely hard to sell us something. And the biggest selling point is it's gonna work when you die. It's hard. It's
yeah,
very hard. Like you gotta
yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
convincing someone that this grand plan that you have for them is not gonna activate really until you die.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
that was the hardest thing to overcome, especially in our
yeah,
community when it comes
Mhm.
to life insurance itself. But that's a rabbit hole that we can jump all the way down. It's a very deep
Mhm.
rabbit hole because
Ooh,
it's partially on us, but then it's partially the fact that throughout history
Mhm.
the higher ups, you could say, did their best to destroy our community, which is destroying our knowledge wealth that we have as well too. Black Wall Street was obviously destroyed.
yeah, yeah,
I'm a huge fan of Malcolm X, and honestly, someone that I felt like could have gave true equality in this nation more than even Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was Huey P. Newton.
yes, sir.
Because of course he was trying to get all backgrounds together, and that's the reason why
Mhm.
Yeah,
things
Yeah.
happen
Yeah.
the way they
Yeah.
happen. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I
unalive,
said, it's a rabbit
Yeah.
hole. It's a rabbit hole, man.
unalive.
Put that history on.
Unalive. Yep.
Put
Yep.
that history. Put that history on.
boy,
Yep.
boy,
So, yeah.
I'm telling
man,
you, such a well-spoken young man.
man,
I'm
I
telling
wish we
you.
weren't even on the show right now. I wish I was just sitting around talking
Man,
Yeah.
because
I'm
it's
Right.
telling you.
because
I'm telling you.
I'm having to somewhat filter. I'm
Yeah.
having to filter some things, but
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, we
I,
definitely. But
trust me,
hey,
I
it will be
know.
another time. There will be
Yeah.
another time. We
It,
Yep.
very
Absolutely.
soon,
it may be
very
have to
soon.
be an uncensored show or something coming up, man.
No,
Shit.
ain't gonna be no show.
Nah,
We're
we
gonna
ain't,
have to.
look, we'll probably
Maybe
try to get some
uncensored. Hey,
cameraman.
motherfuckers have to pay to see that shit, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You
That's
joking?
it.
You joking? But
Yeah,
that's
I'm
real.
serious. Yeah, my
Yeah.
mind work like clockwork here. Shit. So,
Yeah. But
yeah,
that's yeah, that's amazing what you just said because you said so. I do life insurance too, okay? And you said it like it's much easier for me. It's much easier for me to um promote or market credit because that is getting you closer to things that you want.
hmm
Yep.
But the things that you need, and
hmm
this is a reference that I always use. People buy what they want and beg for what they need.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Wants and needs.
hmm
So I want stuff. I'm going to go leaps and bounds to get what I want. I want to buy my dream home. I want to buy my dream vehicle. I want to do this and do that. So people will easily invest into that if you make their goal or whatever I consider their why attainable. But when you say that, what about your family? What about your kids and what about your namesake? It ain't just your family. Like what if you could leave a legacy for the rest of your family like
Yeah.
Walmart or these different companies that we don't even know who their family name is. We just know we patronize them endlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those people were people. Like they were a family name. Why can't you do the same thing? Why do we just have to bridle down and decide that in our community that it's just not gonna happen? Why can't you be the sacrificial lamb to say, no, I'm gonna make a difference some
Mm-hmm.
way? If it's selling chicken, fried chicken, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to create a culture that's going to change things. Similarly to what Master P has kind of been working in trying to do some things in that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Hey, if you're gonna buy snacks and cereal and this and that, buy mine.
Right.
Yep.
All it may be all of it's unhealthy in some shape, form, or fashion. And I'm saying that loosely because I haven't reviewed his ingredient. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's promoting a healthy thing or not. I'm just saying from a snack type aspect, generalizing that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're gonna buy snacks, come buy wrap snacks. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna
Yep.
buy, you see what I'm saying? But we, for whatever reason, find more value in something that has notoriously been known to be a better thing. Me personally, I live in a bubble. In my bubble, I'm like, how? So you need a vehicle, you need a car. You need a car. You need a car that has air conditioning and heating, and you need a radio. You need something that's got tires, and you need a motor and a transmission. And how do you equate somebody else's name to making you feel more arrived or more like you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 300,000 square foot house. Like
Mm-hmm.
okay, 30,000 or 400, 30 or 40,000 square foot house. Like I just see that is more of a bill. Like that's just the way my mind works. You know what I
Yeah.
Mhm.
mean? You
It
can't
is.
go. You can't stay in all them rooms at one time.
No.
And
Nope.
the thing is that the more that you get closer to success and money, the less friends that you actually have. So
Mm-hmm.
now when you get money, you really don't even trust people for real. It's like
Right.
people that hit the lottery. The reason that
Mm-hmm.
they want to be anonymous because they know that people gonna be coming with requests.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you know that these people ain't really all about you. They just want what they want, how they want it.
Mm-hmm.
So more money don't equals to you just being, oh, I got the status house, I got the status car, this and that. A lot of my clients are doctors and lawyers, and people say, "Oh, really? They got credit problems." They like people can't believe that people that are
Yeah.
successful, that's making well over six figures, millionaires. They don't understand that these people, whatever lane that they're in, if you're a doctor, a surgeon, or a brain surgeon, you went to school to be a brain surgeon. If you're a rocket scientist, you went to school to be a rocket scientist. You didn't go to school to understand how to deal with finances.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't get that from your upbringing, it's kind of like a lost art as you go through the stages of education and move on up into your career field.
Mm-hmm.
So money only makes most people more of what they already were. If you were alcoholic when you were broke, when you become rich, you just become more of an alcoholic. You're just drinking
Yep.
higher.
Yeah.
You're just drinking
Yeah.
higher quality
Yeah.
liquor.
Right. Right.
You know, if you smoke heroin or whatever, when you
Yeah.
get rich, you're just gonna be smoking the higher quality or
Yeah.
whatever. Like you become more of what you already are. So
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
until you change your mindset, it is with the mind that we serve the Lord. It's with the mind that we elevate and we change. It's not with the heart. Most people act out of their emotions instead of using their head. When
Mm-hmm.
it rain, it don't rain on your heart first. It rain on your head.
Yeah.
Your head is the central processing unit. You
Yep.
got a bad heart, you can get a heart transplant. You got a bad brain, you finna become somebody else. You know what I'm
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
No
so
shit.
it's important that we understand that.
Yeah. He froze up.
Yeah.
He may be back in. Maybe he'll be back. We experiencing some technical
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be back with us in a minute. But yeah, man. Man, Vic really he really spit some gems, man. He and
Yeah.
he'll be back. Let's see.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think well he's trying to get back in, y'all. He's trying to get back in. He's got that damn
I don't. No, man. It normally like I guess I'm
it's
in a bad
raining.
spot in my house,
It's raining. It's raining.
huh?
It's raining. It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining, huh?
That shit ain't working right.
No, no. I'm in the wrong
Yeah,
spot in my
it's all
house,
good.
man.
It's all good, man.
I ain't
That's
got
internet.
400,000 or
That's internet.
400 square what they say 4,000 square feet, but
Me neither.
but
Shit.
I'm in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was probably time for me to cut all that. It's the man. That's what shut me down. It's the
Hey,
man that shut me down. But anyway,
yeah, you
we
Like
start.
you
just
say,
we
you
just
was
have to.
spitting too good.
Yeah, but hey, when you start, hey, you better believe it, bro. If you know,
Mhm,
like I know,
mhm.
it is what it is.
You're
This
right.
Negro talking too much good stuff. We got to shut him
Yeah, yeah.
down.
You know, been jumping in and out. Yeah, you spin some big gems, man.
I want to see my
Yeah.
people win, bro. And I
Yeah,
mean, I'm at a point
Yeah.
where I realize it is what it is, and I'll be that
mhm,
sacrificial lamb. And it take a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
It take a
Yep.
lot to be like. I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm gonna back off. I promise you. You think when you live in a small town and people are talking about you, people backbiting or people are low rating you or whatever, you think that's something because but when you become somebody that's the president of the United States of America and everybody got an opinion about you,
Mhm,
everywhere you go, some people like you and people hate you, and you got
mhm,
to walk through that confidently.
mhm,
Man, that's a whole nother level of brilliance, a whole nother level of confidence. It's a whole
mhm,
nother level of
mhm,
being able to process that.
mhm,
It's one thing to know, hey, I go to work with a dude that can't stand me and I gotta see this dude every day. But when you got
mhm,
a majority of people that have this opinion about you and people got this opinion about you and they it's a whole nother world. And what that does for me is it broadened my understanding of why I don't have a problem being confident about who I am and
mhm,
what I expose to people because first of all, I'm a living testimony. I've been through what I'm talking about. I've been through
mhm.
what I'm joking about. So
Yeah,
it make it easy for me. So it ain't like I was born with a silver spoon. I've
right.
been through those things. I went through two
Mhm,
chapter 7 bankruptcies before I was 30 years old. Like
mhm,
I know what that's all about. So I speak from a place of really trying to give people a understanding and a initiative to understand like you don't have to you don't have to stay where you are.
mhm,
It's
Hmm.
all in the mind. It's all in how you think.
mhm.
Change the mind, you change your life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look how your life
Yep.
changed.
Yeah.
Look how your life changed, man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's why, man. I can say, man, bro, you lived it. You
Yeah.
lived it,
Hmm.
and look what you're doing now.
Yeah.
And you trying to help people, man. That's been
Yeah.
in the same similar situation.
Yep.
You trying to help them, man. That's
Right.
what I love about these guys, man. Because we try to help people.
Yeah.
We
I
try to
know we
help
got off
people,
Shay
man.
Shay now. I ain't
No,
disregard we got off Shay, but
no. But
but
seriously, man, these
it's
this
just
this
it's
shit is this some serious shit. You know, this is
yeah,
serious,
yeah.
man.
Yep.
Right.
We talk shit and have fun on this show, but at the same time, man, when it comes down to talking facts, you know, hey,
Yeah.
we own it. We own it.
Yes,
So
sir.
uh, commend y'all. Continue to commend y'all what y'all doing, man. And
Likewise,
y'all gonna
cuz.
be on
Yep.
this show. Y'all gonna be on this show quite a bit, man. And me and my man right there, I already talked to this one here about a podcast and shit, man. So you
Oh,
know,
he needed. He
uh,
needed. He
yeah,
needed.
Yeah.
Jeff, I
I
would.
I want to. I really want to get into that world.
Yeah.
This, it's a lot of things I got currently loading, man. Quite
Mm-hmm.
a few things that I want to kind of get into. Business wise and
Mm-hmm.
even for fun and leisure.
Yeah.
right.
So it's quite a few things, man. I tell you one thing I really got loading is I really want to eventually get into real estate too.
Yeah. There's
Man,
nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing.
we was talking earlier about gaining connections and going that route and really
Mm-hmm.
being a social butterfly. Man,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I used to
Mm-hmm.
hate hate the fact that I was like deep in my mind. I'm like, man, I know I'm a social butterfly. I used to
Yeah.
Mhm.
be, but it's like, man, putting the pride aside and realizing that honestly, that's a gift. To
Mhm.
be able to to be able to find favor in a good 90% of the people that you talk with, and
Mhm.
finding some common ground to talk with them and have good conversations, and you end up meeting backgrounds that you never thought you would meet. And
Mhm.
Right.
it has helped me out. I got a few contacts in real estate,
Mhm.
multimillionaire contacts in real estate, and it was just
Mhm.
from being a social butterfly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yep.
know, a gentleman who, and I'm talking about he old, he
Yeah.
old, but he sold pretty much almost every building down the strip of the boulevard. Montgomery, Alabama. People who will see this, they know what I'm talking about. The
Mhm.
boulevard's a long strip from past Stivers Ford all the way down to past Golden Corral. He sold pretty much every single building there.
Wow.
And the same thing on home real estate. I met a lady. I was actually out on a date where I met her, and
Mhm.
talked with her. I mean, we was there for a nice bit of time. Her and her husband loved us, and paid for
Mhm.
our meal, and even set
Mhm.
up a few business meetings for me off the
Right.
strength of just meeting
That's
Wow.
her
what's
and
up.
talking with
That's
her.
what's up.
And she
That's
she
what's up, man.
she has a lot of business out there in Orange Beach.
Mhm.
That a lot of people don't know, but Orange Beach is pretty much almost owned by Montgomery. So,
Mm. Mhm.
um, so you just never know, man. Just
Yeah.
talk to people, network
Man.
with people,
Network
and
means a
just jump
lot,
in
man.
conversation,
Yeah.
man. Like you,
Yeah.
you just never know how far that'll get you. It goes back
Yeah.
to what I was
Yeah.
saying earlier, man. You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna need no more people to be able to move that ship.
Mhm.
And that's if I said anything today,
Mhm.
that's what I really want to
Yeah.
stick, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk to
That's
people,
what's
man.
up.
And,
Yep.
That's
and
what's
Yep.
up.
this is
Boy,
another one
my
too.
man.
Yeah.
You know
My
what I'm
man.
saying? Like, but I'm
Yeah.
just
Yes,
saying,
sir.
man,
Man.
these are gems that have helped me, man. Like, I still got a long way to go. I got a long way to go, but I'm thankful for the journey that I've had so far, and certain
Yeah.
things like that have helped me a lot, man.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it goes with, this next thing goes with credit. It goes with stacking your bread. It goes with everything. A lot of people want to be financially literate.
Mhm.
The biggest gift you can have to be financially literate is discipline.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't
Gotta
got
be.
that, nothing else gonna work.
Right.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
having the discipline to say, no, I'm not finna buy that because I want it. I'm finna do this because I need to do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Having the discipline to say, hey, look, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna stack my credit, I'm gonna focus on building my credit and learning every tip I can to build my credit
Yeah.
versus saying,
Yeah.
hey, look, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
a break this time and do this and do my own thing. Nah, man, discipline, man. And it sounds
Yeah.
so cliche, but that's a huge piece of
Yeah.
financial
Yeah.
literacy. Just
Yeah.
Yes,
discipline.
sir.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
everything. That dude. That's the cornerstone
Mhm.
of credit is discipline.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
Again, I said the key thing: buying what you want, begging for what you need. I tell
Mhm.
anybody, I don't have to be a magician. I don't have to be a mind reader. If I want to know anything about anybody, I need to look at two pieces of information. I need to look at your checkbook and your cell phone. Because where
Mhm.
people spend their time and where they spend their money, that's where their energy is.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I needed to figure out
Oh, yeah.
anything
Oh,
about
yeah.
anybody, I don't have to read your mind. I just need to look at where you spend your time and where you spend your money. Like
Yeah.
it tells everything. If you're an alcoholic, you're gonna buy alcohol. If you whatever, or you like buying fancy stuff, like it's gonna show up because there's a receipt attached to you, regardless of how you want to live
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a receipt out there, and one
Yeah.
thing about it is, at some point, those receipts tally up, and you got to
Yeah.
pay the piper. And that's, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's another conversation.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is. I like buying equipment.
Yeah.
I like buying equipment.
My name is
Shit.
Jock Johnson, and I like buying equipment.
I like buying equipment.
Boy, I tell you
Get
what.
everybody around the table. Hi, John.
You
Hi,
got shit.
Jock.
I got shit in boxes, man. Like, god damn, man.
Yeah.
A lot of shit, man. I gotta get that shit to my son, let him put it to use, man. Shit.
Yeah, I got so much damn equipment, man. All the
Yeah, I
equipment
got
I
shit. Yeah, I got shit in boxes, man. Damn.
got.
Oh man.
That's what's
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
man.
yeah, man. Just thinking back, cause we had that conversation too, Vic, about legacy and all that shit, man. Something to leave. When you
Mhm.
gone, because when these conversations are gonna be here when we gone,
Yep.
Yeah,
and for my other sons, his brothers, and something happened. I hope nothing don't happen. No time soon. I mean, got shit to go back and look at, man. My dad did this. My dad was doing that, man.
yeah,
And these conversations are very important to me.
man. Boy, you have no idea. You have no
Very
idea.
important.
It's much more than a selfie, bro. It's much more than a
Yeah,
selfie. It's people
Yep.
yeah.
that when they go in, when these it's people and men and women alike. That's when they people go in and pack who they
Hmm.
were and what they about.
Hmm.
All they just seen is them posting selfies and all
Hmm.
kind of stuff. But this is quality content, man, and
Yeah.
it individualizes us to say that hey, this person has more to them than just being a consumer or
Hmm.
whatever. Like you on here with your son, man. Like you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's a big deal, man. And it's my
Yeah.
cousin, so we all cousins. Like so,
Yeah.
it's very
Well, yeah. My
it's very
twin.
enriching. So at some point you never know that this video may be the one thing that gives somebody that push to keep going and say, hey,
Right.
they
Right.
they they did it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's
Get it out. Get it out,
that's
man.
why I
There you
value
go.
content.
Your shit froze up. I thought you was like go
Man,
going hard tonight.
that's the
Uh, uh,
Did that-
yeah. I got something want
yeah.
to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
you about to be a rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That shit
It's
was
froze up.
funny, man. That shit was funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. You don't went out again, man. Yeah, we'll try to get him, see if we can get him back in. There he is.
Get me back. You gonna get me
Yeah,
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
man? I ain't going
That
yeah,
was
nowhere.
quick that time.
yeah,
Hey, I ain't no.
yeah.
Hey, I don't
That
even
was quick.
stop talking. I just keep
That,
talking. They say when you get on stage and you forget the words, just act like
yeah,
you. If you make a mistake, just keep going.
yeah,
Right. Yep. Yep.
yeah. Man, it was a great,
But
great conversation, man. I enjoyed every bit of it. Um, and on a final note, got the Super Bowl this weekend. Got the
yeah,
Super Bowl. Who you guys think gonna win, man? Yes. Who you think gonna win the Super Bowl?
Man, I have no
I
idea.
don't care
I'm gonna
about
be
no Super
honest.
Bowl. I don't hear nothing
Yeah,
about no Super Bowl. I'd rather
I'm.
have some soup and a
I know
bowl.
you don't. I know you don't. I.
Super Bowl.
I want
uh,
Super
I
Bowl, man.
picked. I picked the Chiefs though. That's in my opinion. I think the Chiefs may pull it out, man, because it's hard to bet against
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes. It's hard to bet against him, man.
yeah. I'm a
Yeah,
roll. I'm a roll with them if I had to pick one.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm probably going with the Chiefs too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I don't think I watched a single full game this season.
yeah,
It's weird because I used to really be into basketball, watching basketball. I'm an avid
yeah.
college football watcher. NFL don't really care about it, but it do feel like God Himself trying to make me a Pats fan.
yeah. No.
Um,
Hmm.
that's a whole nother story for another day.
Yeah, yeah,
God done dropped some gems and try to
yeah,
really make me a
yeah,
Pats fan,
yeah.
but yeah, ironically enough, because it's just like I play football and basketball, so I don't really
Hmm.
enjoy watching it since I played. It's just a weird
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, my bread and butter. I watch a lot of MMA, a lot of UFC.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the fact that if you and the guy don't like each other, then hey, look, just punch it out.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
but it's a
yeah,
lot of technique in it as well too.
Yeah,
So like I've been watching it for years now, so now I can kind of understand it a lot more than just being a casual fan.
hmm,
So I
yeah,
see setups and all of that stuff and the reason why things are done, and it's it's good. It's a good experience. It's a good
yeah,
experience, man. The
yeah,
boys be going at it. So,
yeah, yeah.
but
That's what's up, man. Man, I got one quick question too to ask you. Well, actually, I'm fixing to show this, man. I'm trying to figure out who this little guy is right here, man.
Oh man, who is that? Man, that boy looks so bad. Look, I be squinting that same way still in the daylight. I sure does.
Yeah, yeah, man. I had to pull that one up, man. I was laughing. I had to pull that one up, man.
Oh man.
I had to pull that one up. I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get him with this one,
Yeah, that little
man."
joker back then. That was a player back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, man.
So he don't got as much games he had back then. That was a player back then. You seen that fade?
Yeah. Hey, man, look at him. He back in here now, man.
There
We
we go.
got him back. We
Got a
got him back.
different pose this time.
Yeah,
Man,
hell yeah,
I'm telling you, bro. I gotta see what's going on, man. I'm telling you,
yeah.
the boys up there, man, Musk or whatever his name is, Elon, they got something going on up there on me, man.
Yeah.
Boy, don't want me to be great, man. It's all good though.
Yeah,
So
man.
they teaming up, man.
Yeah, man.
Elon got those
It's
satellites
all
in
good.
there.
Yeah, man. It's been a
Huh?
great.
I'm
Been a
I'm
great.
around, move
It's
around,
been a
had to move
great,
around in the month.
great show, man. It's been a great show, man. I really enjoyed y'all, man, and
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it was
we're
amazing.
gonna do this again real soon. Um, I
Yeah.
enjoyed every minute of it. Y'all dropped some gems tonight. Y'all really did. I let y'all have the
Yeah.
floor, man, because y'all really spitting it. And
Yeah.
hell, I was hey getting it up in here too, man. I was like, yeah, man, guys doing their thing. Son, son, I'm proud of you though, man. Seriously, man, I am.
Thank
I'm proud of
No
what you're
doubt.
doing and how you carry yourself, man. Because that was one of the main things me growing up. Having that grandmother that that taught me well. She
Mhm.
really taught me well how to carry myself. And I can always remember what she told me one time. She said, "You might not have a dime in your fucking pocket, but you're not gonna look like it. Don't carry yourself like you don't have nothing." And it was many days growing up where hell I didn't hardly have shit in my pocket, but I didn't look like it, and I didn't go around telling motherfuckers I didn't have it. Go
Yeah.
around poor what I want people to start poor mouthing me and shit. It wasn't none of their business what I had and didn't have. So I like how you carry yourself, and you got it honestly. You got it honestly, man, and keep doing what you're doing. I got your back, so you don't have to worry
Yep.
about that. You already know that shit.
Yep.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
but it was great having you and Vic meeting for the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
man. It
so
was a
now
pleasure. It was a pleasure,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, no doubt, bro.
You a
so
heavy brother, man. I'm
yeah,
glad to
Yeah.
be a part of your family. So
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So
Yes, sir. Oh,
yeah,
it's on the beginning, bro. I'm
yeah,
already my gears. I've already done. I'm already. We just got to talk. We got to talk.
yeah.
So, and
yeah,
we will do that
Yep.
expeditiously.
yeah. Definitely need to connect with one another, man.
Absolutely.
Get it,
Absolutely.
exchange numbers, and all that, and
Yep.
Yes, sir.
um, I'd like for that
No,
to happen
no doubt.
because Uh, Vic, as I was saying, man, Vic has been on this show a lot, and we always have conversations offset. Over the phone, we have conversations about some deep shit sometimes, and this guy here, man, y'all with you doing what you doing, both of you doing what you're doing, man, that's a hell of a connection, and this shit is gonna get even better. Yeah, I believe he's got some bullshit internet. Try to get his ass. Look at him. Look at you. Got a different pose and shit now.
You're right.
Look at him. Yeah, you don't talk about his ass. He be fucking with me. So, but uh, maybe you'll get it right in a minute. But yeah, you keep doing what you're doing, man. Uh,
Yep. Absolutely.
uh, keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of what you're doing. You're gonna go a long way. You're gonna continue to go a long way.
Yep.
And you
Thank you,
you're
Bob.
smart. You're smart. You stay away from all the negatives, and that was a big importance for me is staying away from
Yeah.
negative people. Um, you stay away from when people start talking on the negativity, man. I take steps back.
Hmm.
I step away. I speak
Yeah.
to them or whatever. But as far as us, we hanging together and doing all that, and I know what you own. No, I'm not finna fuck with you like that. I mean,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
just who I am. I mean, I don't like
Right.
being around negative people. I
Yep.
don't like being around people that don't have no direction or trying to go any damn where. I
Hmm.
don't
Yeah.
want to be around that type person
Yep.
Yeah.
or people. I don't like that. So, uh, you see who's sitting up in this joint right here? Me. Nobody but me. Now, actually, I wanted to bring your younger brother in, but he's too busy on his damn PlayStation 5 and shit. So,
I
but
ain't doing nothing, taking some L's.
yeah, taking L's and shit
That's the
on
reason
there
why I feel low.
online playing with his partners and shit. But I caught him one night in there playing the game, and I happened to get up. He was still up in there playing the game. I heard him cussing in that motherfucker. I walked in on, scared the shit out of him, man. I said, "Oh yeah, man, you look like Jason had walked in that motherfucker, man." Shit, he. So yeah, but definitely gonna bring him in too, man, so we all can be on. He's very sharp with computers and all that. He did the whole setup here, so um,
Mm.
he's pretty sharp.
That's something that definitely has the future, man. IT, especially
Yeah,
with the way technology is going, you always gonna have a job.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I get in there who are in computer engineering or in really any form of cybersecurity is really where a lot of money is.
Hmm.
It is where a lot of money is. Even when I went to college, one of my certs that I made sure I got was Security Plus.
Hmm.
I mean, you can go very far with that. So yeah, if he's has a lot of knowledge in technology,
Yeah,
that's a good way to go. That's a
yeah.
good way to go.
Yeah, I told him, like he plays football and all, but
Yep.
the thing is, it don't take but one play to end your career from football. So you
Yeah.
gotta have some shit to fall back on.
If,
So
if he needs an example, I'm the perfect example.
yeah, so you gotta have
Yeah, man,
something. Yeah, have
I
something
had
to fall back on, man.
yeah, yeah,
And
man. I had a couple of scholarships in the oven until I messed up my ankle.
ankle, messed that
So
ankle up. Yeah.
like, yeah, man, you definitely need to have something to fall back on. And then also, I mean, even when it comes for player stocks, they look
Hmm.
at your academics. I
Hmm.
mean, that's just like
Yeah.
Cameron.
Yeah.
Cameron. I
Yeah.
think Cameron on
Yeah.
John's side.
Cam. Yeah. Big Cam. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Cam.
Yeah.
Man, Cameron knows how to build a rocket.
Yeah.
I mean, so
He's
it's just
an
that
aero. It was
brings.
the aerospace something when it
Hmm.
degree. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's very important. That's
Hmm.
very important, man. Because nowadays things have changed so much, man. They didn't like back in the day. You could just be an athlete. You could be a meathead. You
Yeah.
know, you're good.
Yeah.
But nowadays, people really look into what you can do on and off the field.
Hmm.
I mean, you look at some of the people who have great careers after the game. You look
Yeah.
at Shaq. You look at Kobe up until he passed away. You look at Charles Barkley. You look at Kenny. You look at all of these people. They're not there just for no reason, just because of their legends. They're
Hmm.
there because they have an articulate background along to go with their legendary resume.
Hmm.
It's important,
That's,
man. It's
yeah.
important.
It is. It
It's very
really is.
important.
Really is, man. Yeah. So I guess Vic is out for the count tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Prize
But
fight with the internet look like Uncle Sam won.
yeah, but it was great. It was great having him on, man. Maybe I'll jump back in it, but I'm about to shut it down. Uh, son, I enjoyed you. Uh,
Yep, I enjoyed y'all
man,
too.
we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do this thing again, man. We're gonna have some more fun, man. But y'all really spit some gems tonight, and I really enjoyed it. And I hope everybody that
Yeah,
that's watching is gonna enjoy it also.
honestly, I didn't even expect to enjoy it myself this much. I had a feeling I was gonna have some fun doing this. Even I was a little nervous when I first got on,
Yeah,
but man, nah, man, this was something I really enjoyed. And I'm thankful y'all having me on here. And
yeah,
yeah, date and time, I'm
yeah,
there. Date and
yeah.
time, I'm there.
I
So
I felt the connection though because I wanted you to meet Vic anyway, and I felt the connection. I'm like, yeah, yeah, son sell cars. He a car salesman, and Vic with the credit. Like, yeah, man, I need to link this up, put them both on,
mhm.
and y'all was able to spit some gems, and hopefully everybody will get get some good out of what y'all talked about.
Yeah.
Because I did. I definitely did. And yeah, we all have those issues, man, with credit and shit, man. I ain't been never been perfect as far as
Yeah,
credit
man.
and all.
Look, and I've been on a bounce back journey myself, man. Without going too deep into things, man, I had worked hard for my credit. I was getting close to 800, and life
Yeah,
happens,
yeah. It happens. It
all that
happens.
stuff, and yep,
It's happened.
I'm back in the rebuilding, and
Hmm.
I will say, shout out to Dunn
Hmm.
because Dunn, purest
I
person I know on this planet.
definitely want to get him on too, man. Get
Yeah,
both of y'all
man,
guys on. So
Dunn. When I tell you I almost want to shed a tear when I talk about him.
yeah,
That man, my brother, he
yeah.
kept me level headed through some heavy stuff that I went through these past couple of years, and
Hmm.
um, so he's been praying for me. He spoke my bounce back in existence, and
Hmm.
I've been reestablishing even my relationship with God, and
Hmm.
some things I'm just feeling that comeback.
You
Feeling
gotta
that.
have him in your life, man. You gotta
Yep.
have the good man upstairs in your life. I have conversations all the time with him. I mean, I
Yep.
ride in my truck, man, on the way to work and from work, and I only had a radio on sometimes. I'll just be having that conversation with him
Yep.
and thanking him, man, for because it's been times in my life where I've had some tight situations, and I
Yep.
prayed about it, and he made it happen. He's not gonna put no more on you than you can bear. So. Uh,
Yep. Yep.
I have those conversations now with him. So hey, and I'm gonna have my conversation with him. I'm gonna you know talk with him and let him guide me. Because
Yep.
I actually uh I changed. I recently changed jobs on the 9 to 5, and I prayed about that, and uh, he made it happen. He
Yep.
made it happen. I said, if it's not meant for me to do that, you know, I'm gonna leave it in your hands. Whether see where this is where I need to go, and it worked out, man. I mean, I've been trying to make that move for quite some time. I always thought about it, and it happened. So I thank him, man. So you got to have him in your life, man. You got to give him your time. You got to give
Yep.
him your time and have those conversations with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
But
100% right.
yeah, I'm proud of you. You my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? You my guy, man. So and I love you, man. And we're definitely gonna do this again. And until next time.
Until next time, baby.
Yeah. All right, let me close this thing out. For
All
any
right,
guests,
Pop.
for any guests that want to be a part of the Jock Johnson podcast, uh, check me out on YouTube, here on my YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, you can check me out on 216 The Blend Live 365 Radio, Cleveland, Ohio, every Tuesday starting at midnight, again at 9 a.m., and then again at 9 p.m. Also, you can check me out on my Facebook page at Jock Johnson. Also, you can check me out on my TikTok page, Jock Johnson Podcast. Also, you can check me out on X, formerly Twitter. You can check me out there, Jock Johnson Podcast LLC. And also, you can hit me up in my email at jockjpodcast@gmail.com. All right, that's about going to wrap it up for yours truly, the mastermind behind the mic, the podcast Unc, with me and my son in the building, my twin.
I
My twin,
got a
y'all.
little bit of hair on my head,
Yeah. Until the next one, y'all. We out of here. Peace. Oh man, this was a great show, son.
Yeah, Pop, man. Yeah, that was amazing, man. I'm thankful for it, man. This is